This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for October 20th, 2025. I'll cut to the chase. This week is intense. Really, really intense. You have the tools to deal with this. The beginning of the week gives you a remarkable tool to get through this. Do, however, keep in mind that the emotionality is over the top all week long, and boundaries are overflowing and overflowing. Periodically, check your own boundaries, check your own energy, check in and make sure you're not really picking up and processing somebody else's stuff, because that will be very, very easy to do. Also, trust your radar, trust your perceptions, trust your gut, your hunches, the energy that your cells are picking up. Trust all of these over what your conscious mind may be telling you, and definitely over what any other person or the outside world is attempting to sell you. Many, many, many aspects this week, not surprisingly, and many of them involve scorpionic energy, and most of them involve water, emotionality. The tool that we get that starts the week is an incredibly powerful meeting between Mercury and Mars in the sign of Scorpio on Monday the 20th. This is laser focus. This is getting to the bottom of something. This is solving a crime. This is discovering a secret. This is keeping your card so close to your chest that whoever you have been spying on doesn't see what you found. This combo supports conversations that get somewhere. Deep, profound, candid sharing, disclosing how you really feel about something, even if that means cutting something or somebody out, even if that means letting somebody close. It also supports walking your talk, thinking something and immediately pushing it into action. Mercury, Mars in Scorpio is manifestation magic. Note where your thoughts are going, note where your words are going, because action will follow. And what follows this is launching the next phase in our relationships, in values, in social agreements, in how we get along, in how we coexist with each other. The new moon in Libra takes place on Tuesday the 21st. And this is not an intellectual exercise thinking about what might be nice in an ideal world. This is setting goals and intentions and new agreements with eyes wide open, fully aware of nitty-gritty realities, of gritty realities, and taking them into account in what we are now inviting into our lives. And then the water flow really gets going. On Wednesday, the 22nd, we slip back into a final review of interconnectedness, of gaslighting, of lying, of fantasy and illusion, of sacrifice, of issues that were floating through our lives from 2011 until the end of March. Neptune, the most transcendent influence in the sky, the cosmic fog machine, slips back into Pisces for the final time in our lifetimes until the end of January. This is going to stir a lot from March, and it's a persistent connection to everything. This is everything, everywhere, all at once. We are all in this, whatever this is, together. This is drowning us, immersing us all in everybody else's stuff. And yet, as this happens, the focus on the self is adapt. The focus on the self is step up into a new sense of yourself, a new way of being that fits this weird and new world. The sun is at the receiving end of a yod from the 22nd to the 23rd, which is a finger of God, a configuration of emphasis and focus of which we have had many, many, many in the last couple of months. And this happens while the sun is entering Scorpio for his annual tour of that sign. So it is a cosmic push for deep transformation, emphasized, underscored, pushed into being by a square from the sun to Pluto on the 24th, which is Friday. So from Wednesday to Friday, everybody is coming out of a cocoon. Everybody is evolving really, 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 really quickly, maybe somewhat uncomfortably. It's a resistance is futile moment. And it deposits us into the week's big adventure. Talk about futile. Whoa. If you've been listening to me for a while, you've heard me talking since August about air grand trines, about trines flowing from easy flows of energy running between points in the air signs. Now we are entering a time of water grand trines. Mercury and Jupiter and Saturn are in a collaborative flow, each amplifying the other. And amplifying is the operative word with Jupiter in the mix. Everyone and everything will be emotional to the max. It may feel at times like a whirlpool, like an eddy, like a tsunami, like an undertow. I know this is potentially terrifying language that I'm using. I want to underscore that we are now on a completely non-rational level experiencing the same flow of energy that we have been experiencing intellectually again and again and again since August. Now we are floating in the water with secrets flying everywhere. We're able to see, perceive what's going on in the deep. We are perhaps completely engulfed with a knowing and an understanding and a desire to put containment and limits on everything we're picking up. The tricky thing with this is there is no release point. There is no planet between two of the points pulling this energy down to the ground, pulling it into a grounding string for a kite. So this is just an endless and relentless flow and flow and flow and flow and flow, which will repeat next week with Mars taking Mercury's place. We are picking up all kinds of stuff this week that we are going to act on next week. So what do you do with this? First off, know that it's coming. Know that it's happening. Give yourself slack. Allow for emotions to just wash over you and pour through you. Endeavor to pay attention to what your cells are telling you, what your gut is telling you. You are picking up valuable information, non-rational, and you may not be able to bring receipts, as they say, at this point, but trust it. Trust what you're getting, trust what you're picking up, and even better, open yourself to answers. Open yourself to getting answers and to setting up the actions that you'll be in a position to take next week. And pace yourself, be kind. If you find yourself needing a nap, take one. If you find yourself needing to sit on the couch and hold a stuffed animal or wrap yourself in a blankie or sit with a plate of cookies and a cup of tea, So what? If you want to just fall into a fetal position, allow yourself to do it. And while you're lying there, notice what you're picking up, because you are a nonstop transmitter and receiver. And it may help to imagine yourself as a detective in a mystery, because in a sense, that's what we all are right now. Homing thought of the week: I trust my instincts. Song of the week: listener's choice. Every spooky song you can think of. And the image of the week: I've got a wave pool at a water park with lots of people in it, and the sonar screen in a submarine. You'll learn lots more about this in my forecasts for the Libra new moon and the month of October, both of which are at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list, book a session with me, sign up for my October 21st pre-Halloween gathering with Annette Dion. It's in the evening via Zoom, and order some witchy and whimsy casual apparel. The first designs are suited to this season, but most of us dress this way all year round, so look at it. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 35 years experience. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, and I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio and TV on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern, and this week I am looking at old Halloween fortune-telling traditions and some brand new tarot decks. I host conversation on Facebook on the page Empowerment Unlimited and in the group, the Astro-Insight Lounge. I also post on Instagram, Blue Sky, and Threads at Kathy Biehl, and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian channel. Talk to you next week.